Hey everyone, and welcome to Flint, Michigan. Yep, it's that Flint, Michigan. If you haven't been living under a rock, then you've probably heard of the Flint water crisis, where lead was leaking into the city's water system, causing all the residents to become very sick. This is the Dort Mall, and it's located in Flint. And just looking at the outside, you can already tell this is one wacky mall. This has got to be the craziest mall I've ever been to. So grab a soda and some popcorn, sit back, relax, and welcome to the craziest mall that I've ever seen in my entire life. The Dort Mall has some fantastic history, and hopefully I'll be able to fit it all in this video. The Dort Mall wasn't always known as the Dort Mall. It was originally called the Small Mall and then Mid-America Plaza. It opened in two phases, the first one in 1964 and the second one in 1965. This would take place 3 years before the Cortland Center opened and 5 years before Genesee Valley Center, making it the oldest mall in Genesee County and the Flint area. The first anchor tenant would be a Yankee Store, later renamed to Zodi's, and it would be the mall's first structure built in 1964. The next anchor to be added would be an A&P grocery store, which would open with the rest of the mall in the following year. Both of those stores would close in the 70s. In 1968, a General Cinema movie theater was added to the mall, and then in 1975 it was divided into two screens, and closed in 1983. Since then, the theater was divided into maintenance offices and storage areas, although you can still use the theater's restrooms. In the 1970s, the mall also had a discotheque, and I think I'm saying that right. I've never heard of it, and I don't really know exactly what it is. I'm guessing it's some kind of a 1970s disco club, but it was located in the basement of the mall, and yes, I said basement. This mall does have a basement, and I can verify that because we'll see shortly coming up, there are stairs that lead down below the mall. And I tried asking around, but unfortunately I was not able to get into the basement. I've always wanted to go down there and see what's down there. I've heard there's some amazing artifacts down there in storage. And every time I visit this mall, and I visit it a bunch of times because it's only about an hour north of where I grew up in the Detroit area, and every time I visit it, this mall just brings me such great joy. It's just so fun to walk around and look at, and it's just so absolutely wacky. And of all the places for this to be located, Flint, Michigan, like what? Like I bet most people don't even know it exists, unless of course you live or grew up in Flint. But I'm sure people in Detroit don't even know that it's there, and they probably would be like, oh, it's in Flint, never mind. But it's definitely worth a stop if you're near Flint. And this Coney Island, do stop in there because it had fantastic food and a great history, and the owner has been doing his recipes for like generations. It's really awesome. Sorry, you guys, I got way too eager to eat the hot dog, so I took a bite out of it, and it's Kogel's, and they're amazing, and I love them, and I grew up eating them, and ooh, it's so good. And I'm trying to cut this, and it's not working. My wiener keeps flopping.
He's weird. He's a big...
I'm weird. I don't ever use a knife to...
He's a grown man, and he doesn't eat the bun.
Here is a look at the split pea soup, and it looks amazing. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because it smells as good as it looks. And you can't get split pea soup other than a few places around the Michigan-Detroit area. Definitely not in Cincinnati. All right, you guys, split pea soup coming at you. Split pea soup, here we go. Let's try not to spill this.
And all your fans are going, yuck.
Mmm.
How many of you like split pea soup? Leave a comment.
Oh, it's so good. Yes, everyone, leave a comment down below if you like split pea soup or have even heard of it before. I know Campbell's makes it, the soup company, but most people probably don't know what split pea soup is. The mall would struggle to compete with nearby malls until 1995, when Bob Pirani would purchase the building. This would see the addition of a Pirani's Hockey World store that would breathe new life into the mall. So while I was in the Coney Island, I talked to a few locals, and one of them told me about a Sears that used to be anchored to this mall, along with a few other different anchors, and in doing research, I couldn't find any information that would collaborate with that. However, I do tend to believe the locals because they were of older generation, and they've probably been around to see all the anchors come and go from this mall. The Dort Mall, with its 239,000 square feet of interior space sitting on 30 acres, would slowly become well known for its crazy collectibles and antiques, almost like a little mini museum. A few other interesting facts from its history: that there used to be an old drive-in on the site of this mall, and there was even a merry-go-round at the mall at one point. Here you can see there's the stairs that lead down to the basement. So at one point this mall had a Big Lots, but it would leave in 2012, moving to a former Office Max store near Cortland Center. 2012 would also see the addition of that Coney Island we took a look at earlier in the video. As of 2019, the Dort Mall still remains as one of the wackiest malls I've ever seen, and one of my favorite malls, and a very important piece of Michigan history. One of my favorite YouTubers, Dan Bell, has a video on this mall, and it is fantastic. Go check it out. There's a link in the description box below. But first, why not check out one of these other links, where you can find exclusive content, stock footage for purchase, and so much more. And as always, a big shout out to everyone on my Patreon account who supports this channel. Without your generous donations, I would not be able to continue making this content, and especially in these very hard times that we're going through, and everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon to stay up to date on all the latest content at Tilted Tripod Media. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It lets me know that you actually care, and I will see you in the next video.